Hey, it's Bart with the Scotch It Dummies. Another day with the Secret Spirits 6th edition Advent Calendar. Hello, day 18. What do we have? We have Macduff 14-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey distilled in '03. Cast type's a sherry butt, and it's a Speyside. A little bit of water as we've become accustomed to. All right, so I've been also reminiscing, kind of reflecting on the year for anybody that's following along. Some may like it, some may not. It's just what I'm doing. This one's a little bit, some are happy, this one is not, but a reflection is both happy and sad, sometimes all at once. We'll talk about Lance Corporal Gazo in a bit. So, let's see. Give vanilla. Don't know. Well, maybe a little bit of berry in there. It's almost like a bit of black cherry. It's not like blowing up out of there. It's no sherry bomb. But it's, yeah, definitely some black cherry that's in there. And the vanilla notes. And clean and crisp. Macduff 14. Oh, just went into some plum. That is nice. So it had, the open was just kind of maybe a touch of oak, and then just right in the mid palate I got that burst of fruitiness. Finish, I'm still getting maybe a little bit of oak and vanilla notes. Interesting. I've added 1 drop of water. We'll come back to this and see how it changes, if at all. Okay, so let's see if we can just get into this. So, work buddy I worked with for several years. One of my good buddies, when I moved to Wichita, Kansas, I talked to on the phone every once in a while, saw his Facebook posts, but I hadn't seen him in probably 15, 16 years. Always a real quiet guy. He'd been a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps, Gulf 1. He was over in Gulf 1, the battles. Well, he killed himself this year. So, what made that kind of worse was that I had actually been in Denver for a work-related city event. Connected with him just via text, was like, hey man, I'll Uber to you, let's link up, let's have a beer or a whiskey or whatever. And I wasn't getting anything back. And about the 3rd time, he just said, I've taken some time off from work, there's a family emergency or something. And I was like, well, I'll buy. Take a break from that. And I pushed a little hard to link up, and then I was like, okay, something's going on. God. And then about a week after, 2 weeks after I'm back from that trip, I see the news on Facebook. Boy, it was like a week after. Darn it. So, of course, I wished I'd pushed a little harder. What made it even more difficult for me was he was like the Rock. So, out of my best buddies back there, he was the one that was just steady the course. If I had an issue or wanted to know, like, hey, here's a branch and I don't know which way to take, I could call him and he'd say, easy, go left or go down this road, or you know what to do. So he was that, never talked a lot, but just would lay it out. So that one stunned me because he was the Rock. So, I went back, the place I'd worked for 6 years. He actually did it at that place of work where he'd still been. It was just, my goodness, I'm sure the whole deal was he didn't want his living girlfriend to find him. Good. But that one, goodness gracious, boy, did that put me in a funk for a month or two. God dang. And when I wrote it down, I wrote a list of my main things that kind of to reflect on, or what I think about throughout the year, or the main events. And that one was on there, and I thought, man, do I even work it in? But yeah, so the good with the bad. I think I had a dram and toasted him. He wasn't big into whiskey or anything, but again, I use whiskey for quiet contemplative moments many times. Well before I even got heavy into whiskey, I had a Knob Creek, and I would toast like a little solo dram for life moments, both good, big and sad, good and bad. All right, back to Macduff. Let's see if it opened. Well, I wouldn't say it opened, but I'd say it, well, yeah, it opened it a little bit, a little nuttier. A lot nuttier. I get like a nutty baked bread. That's what came to mind. Hold on, I got a little juiciness in the finish there. Almost a kiwi. It's really faint. But that was the kind of juicy kiwi thing right at the end. Boy, is that different. So it either opened up more with me just having it sitting out, or maybe the touch of water did something to it. That's interesting. 14-year Macduff. So, that part made this year a little bit bittersweet. But, I've been doing cop job for a long time. If someone's going to go down that road, pretty hard to intervene, really. I mean, every once in a while, but you'd be surprised. And, let's be honest, no one gets out of this gig alive, right? Whew. So, this is a great one, nutty. Definitely like a grain rising bread. So we'll just focus on the dram. That's tasty. That's a little different. Again, grain, oak notes, and a touch of rising bread. I'm seeing if I can get that kiwi again. Kiwi sits, I think, way in the finish. Yeah. It's interesting. Still there. Scotch It. You Scotch gods. Sláinte,